Have you ever wondered why you encountered that narcissist in your life? What if I told you that God allowed this encounter not to destroy you, but to prepare you for something much greater? Today, we're going to expose a shocking truth. While you saw yourself as a victim of manipulation, God had already equipped you with a divine weapon, molded by your spirit, to transform this challenge into victory. This was not a simple confrontation, but a spiritual battle in which divine justice manifested through you. If you survived, it was not by chance. It was because you are chosen, destined to overthrow not only the control of the narcissist, but also your own emotional ruin. Stay with me, because what I'm going to reveal today can completely change the way you see this struggle and the greater purpose that God has placed in your life. Perhaps you have spent sleepless nights wondering, why me? Why was I chosen to face such pain, manipulation, and betrayal? The answer, though difficult to accept at first, is much greater than any suffering you have faced. God never places challenges in our path without a purpose. You were not chosen to be destroyed, but to be refined, strengthened, and to carry a truth that only those who go through these battles can comprehend. Today, you will understand that this experience not only revealed who the narcissist really was, but also who you became in the process. Someone who learned to discern between what is true and what is a lie covered by control. And believe me, this journey was essential to prepare you for something much greater that is yet to come. But there is something deeper that few know, and that is exactly what I am going to share with you today. There is a divine reason for this connection between the chosen ones and the narcissists, a reason that unfolds in the spiritual backstage, far beyond what our eyes can see. When you understand the role that God gave you in this battle, everything will start to make sense. There is a spiritual weapon that was placed in your hands without you realizing it, and it is this weapon that led to the narcissist's downfall, even if he didn't show it. I will reveal to you how this weapon works, and how you can use it to overcome future challenges. Stay until the end, because what you are about to discover can forever change the way you see the challenge you faced, and, more importantly, your own purpose as a chosen one. Narcissists are people who have an exaggerated view of themselves, placing their desires and needs above everything and everyone else. They live as if they were the center of the universe, expecting the world to revolve around them. A narcissist spares no effort to stand out, even if it means manipulating, humiliating, or using others to achieve their goals. But this posture is not born only out of confidence or security. Behind their facade of superiority, there is usually great fragility, a desperate need for validation and control. From a spiritual perspective, narcissistic behavior is a reflection of deep challenges related to pride, manipulation, and selfishness. These characteristics represent barriers that hinder spiritual growth because they distance the person from values like empathy, compassion, and humility. For the chosen ones, facing someone like this can be particularly challenging because narcissists have a special talent for exploiting others' weaknesses and turning the best intentions into weapons against their victims. Narcissists are experts in draining emotional energy. They can do this by creating unnecessary conflicts, criticizing cruelly, or trying to control every detail of the lives of those close to them. For example, they may constantly belittle someone, making subtle criticisms so that the person feels inferior. They may also use emotional blackmail to get what they want or even turn people against each other, creating divisions and confusion. These actions leave victims emotionally drained and insecure. The chosen ones, with their sensitivity and divine purpose, often attract narcissists. This happens because the chosen ones carry a light that often disturbs those who live in the shadows of ego and pride. A narcissist may feel threatened by the authenticity and spiritual connection of the chosen ones, seeing them as a perfect target for their manipulation games. It is as if, instinctively, these people try to extinguish the light that shines in you. Perhaps you have already faced situations where someone close made you doubt your worth, tried to manipulate your decisions, or blamed you for everything. It might have been a colleague who stole your ideas and presented them as his own. Maybe it was a romantic partner who said you were never good enough, or even a relative who constantly minimized your dreams and achievements. These situations are classic examples of how narcissists operate. But here is something you may have never thought of. Narcissists do not come into your life by chance. There is a greater purpose behind these interactions. They can be seen as spiritual tests, situations placed in your path so that you learn to recognize your own worth, strengthen your faith, and discern between what is real and what is manipulation. God allows these people to appear to teach you something important about yourself and your mission. Sometimes a narcissist serves as a spiritual mirror, reflecting challenges that you need to overcome. For example, they may test your patience, your ability to forgive, or even your ability to assert yourself. These painful interactions often expose areas of your life that need attention and healing. As uncomfortable as it is in these moments that you can draw closer to God, seeking answers and strength to overcome the situation. God chooses His children to be instruments of justice and transformation, even in the face of adversaries as challenging as narcissists. He uses their light, faith, and resilience to expose the true nature of these people. When a chosen one remains firm in their purpose and refuses to fall into the traps of a narcissist, they defeat the pride, manipulation, and selfishness that govern these lives, thus fulfilling their divine mission. Interaction with a narcissist can be painful, but it can also be an opportunity for spiritual growth. By facing these situations, you learn to trust God more, strengthen your emotional boundaries, and seek a life that is aligned with the truth and purpose He has set for you. It is in these moments of pain that the light of the chosen ones becomes more evident, shining even brighter. You do not face a narcissist alone. Every challenge, every manipulation, and every obstacle are opportunities for God to show His power in your life. The narcissist may try to diminish you, but God's plan is always greater and more powerful. He uses even these difficult situations to strengthen you, guide you, and reveal your true purpose. You are stronger than you imagine, because the one who is with you is greater than any adversity. The chosen ones carry a special mission given by God, which involves bringing light where there is darkness, love where there is hatred, and truth where lies reign. However, this light that emanates from your soul disturbs those who live in the shadows. Often, these shadows manifest in the form of narcissists, people who carry deep emotional wounds and hide their insecurities behind masks of control, manipulation, and ego. For the chosen one, the encounter with a narcissist is not a coincidence but part of a divine plan to shape their character, strengthen their faith, and prepare them for something greater. The presence of a chosen one radiates a light that is perceived even before their words or actions. It is a spiritual force that contrasts with the darkness of the narcissist, causing discomfort. This light challenges the narcissist to see their own shadow, something they often avoid. While the chosen ones possess natural empathy and a connection with God, narcissists find it difficult to open up to anything that does not serve their ego. This opposition creates a spiritual battlefield where the chosen one is frequently tested. The chosen ones are known for their empathy and desire to help, characteristics that make them ideal targets for narcissists. The narcissist perceives in the chosen one a brightness and an inner strength that they desire for themselves, but which also causes them envy. This dynamic creates a relationship in which the narcissist tries to exploit the goodness and patience of the chosen one, while God uses this situation to teach valuable lessons about boundaries, discernment, and self-love. Throughout their journey, the chosen one may encounter narcissists who will test their faith, patience, and ability to forgive. These tests may come in the form of emotional manipulation, verbal attacks, or attempts at demoralization. But each encounter with a narcissist is an opportunity for the chosen one to demonstrate their spiritual strength and grow in wisdom. It is in this confrontation that the chosen one learns to depend even more on God, who always provides the necessary spiritual weapons to resist the onslaughts. These encounters are not just random obstacles, they have a greater purpose. God allows the chosen ones to cross paths with narcissists to help them understand their own mission. These interactions serve as mirrors, revealing both the vulnerabilities and the strengths of the chosen one. Furthermore, they are moments when the chosen one is called to be a light in the midst of darkness, even if it means only planting a seed of transformation in the narcissist's heart. Imagine a chosen one who is constantly the target of criticism and disdain from a narcissist. Even when the chosen one acts with kindness, the narcissist seeks to diminish their value or make them question their dignity. These situations can be painful, but they also teach the chosen one the power of not reacting to provocation and seeking validation only in God. When the chosen one remains firm, they not only frustrate the narcissist's plans, but also prove that their strength comes from something much greater. No matter how difficult it is to live with a narcissist, these challenges have the power to transform the chosen one. They force them to develop healthy boundaries, recognize their value, and depend entirely on God for direction and strength. Every time the chosen one overcomes a situation of manipulation or emotional abuse, they become more resilient, wiser, and more aware of their mission. God, in his infinite wisdom, knows that the chosen ones need to be refined to fulfill their purpose. Just as gold is purified by fire, the character of the chosen one is shaped by adversity. Facing narcissists is part of this process because it requires the chosen one to practice patience, forgiveness, and love, even in the face of adversity. However, God never allows these challenges to be greater than what the chosen one can bear. Although it may be difficult to imagine, narcissists are also part of God's plan. Often, they are used as tools to provoke growth and transformation in the chosen ones. Every attack, manipulation, or attempt to destabilize serves as a reminder that the true strength of the chosen one comes from their connection with God. Additionally, these encounters are a chance to show the narcissist that there is a different path, a path of light and redemption. The chosen ones always emerge victorious from these spiritual battles. They not only overcome the challenges imposed by the narcissists, but also grow in their faith and understanding of their mission. The narcissist may try to extinguish their light, but it is impossible to extinguish what was given by God. By remaining faithful, the chosen one not only defeats the narcissist spiritually, but also becomes a living example of God's transformative power. This victory is not just individual, it is a testimony to all around, revealing God's glory in action. This relationship, although difficult, is a crucial piece in the divine puzzle, showing that everything works together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose. The challenges faced by the chosen ones, especially when dealing with narcissistic people, often seem unbearable at first glance. However, it is in these moments of deep pain that the divine plan begins to unfold. God not only allows but uses these experiences as tools to shape your character and strengthen your soul. Just as gold needs to be purified by fire to reach its highest value, the chosen ones face battles that make them more resilient and ready to fulfill their spiritual mission. God does not place a narcissist in your life without a purpose. These people, as difficult as they may be, act as mirrors reflecting areas of your life that need growth, patience, or strengthening. Every manipulation, criticism, or destructive attitude is an opportunity to learn to set boundaries, practice forgiveness, and seek your inner strength. Just as Jesus faced those who persecuted him with grace and purpose, the chosen ones are also called to respond with wisdom. When you face a narcissist, you are not just dealing with an individual battle, you are being prepared for a much greater calling. God uses these experiences to equip you with the skills and wisdom needed to handle more significant challenges in the future. Just as David faced lions and bears before defeating Goliath, your encounters with narcissists are training for even more important spiritual battles. In Romans 8 verse 28, we read that all things work together for the good of those who love God. Even in the moments of greatest pain, when it seems everything is falling apart, God is working behind the scenes. He uses these experiences to refine and strengthen you. Facing a narcissist may seem like punishment, but it is actually one of God's ways of teaching you profound lessons about your identity and purpose. One of the greatest divine promises is that nothing is wasted. Every tear, every night of anguish, every doubt is transformed by God into something grand. Just as Joseph was betrayed by his brothers and sold as a slave, but became second in command of Egypt, God uses your painful experiences to open doors you never imagined. Pain becomes the fertile soil for your spiritual ascension. Imagine a caterpillar inside its cocoon. The process of transforming into a butterfly is not easy. It needs to struggle to break free from its prison, strengthening its wings in the process. Similarly, facing a narcissist may seem suffocating, but it is this struggle that prepares you to soar higher than ever. God allows you to go through these challenges so that your true strength is revealed. Facing a narcissist is often a test of your faith, patience, and ability to trust in the divine plan. God wants you to know that, while you remain steadfast, He is spiritually strengthening you. Every time you choose not to react with hatred or revenge, you are demonstrating spiritual maturity. These tests are essential for your growth. Just as the people of Israel were led into the desert before entering the promised land, you may also be going through a desert while dealing with a narcissist. The desert is uncomfortable, arid, and challenging, but it is there that God tests your faith and prepares you for the next level. The narcissist may seem like an obstacle, but they are actually a necessary part of your process. One of the greatest blessings that the chosen ones possess is the ability to rise even after the worst falls. This strength does not come from yourself, but from the Holy Spirit who dwells within you. While the narcissist tries to diminish and weaken you, God is working to lift and strengthen you, creating a strength in you that no one can take away. Relationships with narcissists may seem destructive, but they actually have a divine purpose. God uses these interactions to reveal your worth, teaching you that you do not need anyone's validation to be worthy. He is showing that, while the narcissist tries to steal your light, you are called to shine even more intensely. God is the potter, and you are the clay. When you face a narcissist, it is as if you are being kneaded and shaped. Although the process is uncomfortable, it is essential for you to become the perfect vessel that God envisioned. Every challenge, every pain, is an opportunity for God to mold something beautiful in your life. It may be difficult to see while you are in the middle of the storm, but God is preparing you for something much greater. Just as steel needs to be tempered by fire to become strong, the chosen ones emerge from these situations with an unshakable faith and a spiritual clarity they would never have achieved otherwise. Narcissists have a special ability to attack your insecurities, but God uses these experiences to reveal who you truly are. While they try to convince you that you are weak or incapable, God is showing that you are strong, chosen, and equipped to win any battle. There are no coincidences in the divine plan. Each encounter with a narcissist is part of a larger puzzle that God is assembling in your life. It may not make sense now, but one day you will look back and understand that everything had a purpose. God was preparing you for something you cannot yet see. God not only helps you to win, but puts you in a position where you can help others going through the same struggles. Your victory is not just yours. It is a living testimony of God's power. While the narcissist tries to destroy, God uses your story to inspire, heal, and transform other lives. But why, after all, were the chosen ones placed face to face with the narcissists? What is the specific purpose that God reserved for these battles? The answer is deeper than it seems, and within it lies the greatest triumph you can achieve as a chosen one. It is not just about defeating the narcissist, but about fulfilling a divine plan that goes beyond anything you imagined. This revelation will change the way you see your story. Before reaching this revelation, let's move to the next step, which is equally important: the personal transformation of the chosen one. This is where true strength begins to flourish. Dealing with a narcissist is not just a spiritual battle, but also a profound process of personal transformation. God allows the chosen ones to face these situations not to destroy them, but to shape them into stronger spiritual warriors. By going through this journey, you discover that you are much more resilient than you imagined. The pain, often caused by the manipulations and emotional abuses of a narcissist, is not in vain. It becomes the foundation for your evolution, teaching you the importance of strengthening your identity, self-love, and dependence on God. One of the greatest lessons a chosen one learns is resilience. Facing a narcissist is like passing through a refining fire that purifies your soul. You learn to rise after every fall, to endure the most challenging moments, and to find strength that only God can offer. This spiritual resilience is what differentiates the chosen ones, for even amid pain, they continue to trust that there is a greater purpose behind each battle. It is as if God is saying, "I chose you because I knew you could withstand and emerge stronger." Living with a narcissist can make you question your worth, but it can also be the moment when you decide never to accept less than you deserve again. Self-love is one of the most powerful lessons a chosen one learns. God uses this experience to show you that you are precious in His eyes and that no one has the right to diminish you. You learn to look in the mirror and see not the negative words the narcissist tried to plant, but the masterpiece that God created. Dealing with narcissists develops in you one of the most precious spiritual gifts: discernment. Throughout this journey, you learn to identify toxic behaviors before they can cause more damage. This skill is essential for the chosen ones, as it allows them to recognize the warning signs and protect their emotions and peace. God sharpens your spiritual intuition, allowing you to perceive what many cannot see. This not only protects you, but also empowers you to help others who may be facing similar challenges. Amid the manipulation and chaos caused by a narcissist, you realize that your greatest strength does not come from yourself, but from God. It is in this total dependence that you find peace and strategies to win. Prayers become your most powerful weapon, and silence, your most effective defense. You learn to surrender the battle to God, trusting that He is the only one who can reveal the truth, expose the lies, and bring justice at the right time. One of the first tools you need as a chosen one is the ability to identify a narcissist. They often exhibit characteristics like manipulation, lack of empathy, constant need for control, and an obsessive desire for attention. Recognizing these patterns allows you to protect yourself before becoming emotionally involved. God gives you spiritual eyes to see beyond sweet words and empty promises, allowing you to see the true essence behind the masks. Emotional protection is essential when dealing with a narcissist. This begins with setting clear and firm boundaries. Do not allow yourself to be sucked into their need for control or validation. Remember that your peace is worth more than any attempt to please someone who will never be satisfied. Another strategy is to avoid direct confrontations that may feed the narcissist's ego. God teaches you that true strength lies in knowing when to retreat and guard your heart. Trusting your spiritual intuition is a practical and essential tool. As a chosen one, you have a special connection with God, who often gives you clear signs about people and situations. Learn to listen to that inner voice that warns you when something is wrong. This intuition is not paranoia. It is the divine guidance that God has placed in you to protect and guide you. Use it as your compass in all interactions. Silence and prayer are powerful strategies against the narcissist. Silence disarms attempts at manipulation, while prayer brings God's presence into the situation. When you pray, you are handing over control to God, allowing Him to operate in the battle on your behalf. Remember that often, the narcissist expects a reaction from you, but silence is what unsettles them. They cannot manipulate someone who is at peace and spiritually aligned. Understand that God uses these experiences for a greater purpose. It is not just about defeating a narcissist, but about transforming you into an instrument of light and wisdom. By coming out of this battle, you will not only be stronger, but also more compassionate and prepared to help others face their own challenges. The transformation that occurs in you is the true testimony of God's power in the life of a chosen one. Use this experience to glorify His name and inspire others to follow the same path of faith, resilience, and victory. The chosen ones carry a unique and special mission in the divine plan: to be instruments of God's justice in the world. This mission is not easy, as it involves confronting the darkest forces, including narcissism, which is a manifestation of selfishness, pride, and manipulation. When God uses a chosen one to confront a narcissist, it is not just a personal fight. It is a spiritual battle that reflects the greater purpose of restoring divine order and illuminating those in darkness. This often painful experience strengthens the chosen one, shaping them to be a source of light and transformation in the world. God chooses those who possess a special inner strength to be spiritual beacons in a world full of darkness. The presence of a chosen one in an environment where there is narcissism often brings out the true face of the manipulator. This occurs because the chosen one reflects authenticity, compassion, and truth, characteristics that narcissists cannot sustain. God uses this light to expose lies, break cycles of emotional abuse, and free those who have been imprisoned by manipulation. Although the confrontation with a narcissist initially seems like a punishment or a burden, it is actually a tool that God uses to shape the character of the chosen one. These battles teach patience, discernment, and spiritual resilience. The chosen one learns to recognize toxic patterns, develop healthy boundaries, and fully trust in divine direction. This personal transformation not only strengthens the chosen one, but also serves as an example for others who need to find the courage to face similar challenges. The chosen ones are not just survivors, they are instruments of divine justice. God uses their lives and experiences to correct imbalances and expose the truth. By defeating a narcissist, the chosen one does not act alone. They are being guided by a greater force that works silently to ensure that justice prevails. This victory is not just over the narcissist, but over the negative spiritual forces they represent, showing that God always protects those who live according to His will. The presence of a chosen one in a transformative environment is not a coincidence. God strategically positions them in places where the truth needs to be revealed. A narcissist often dominates environments with manipulation and fear, but the arrival of a chosen one, with their authenticity and unwavering faith, begins to break these chains. This transformation is not only visible in interpersonal relationships, but also in the spiritual environment, where a new energy of peace and truth begins to emerge. God not only uses the chosen ones as instruments of justice, but also as healers. By dealing with a narcissist, the chosen one often helps other people who have been hurt by these toxic dynamics. Through their courage and faith, they teach the power of forgiveness, emotional liberation, and spiritual restoration. This allows those around them to also be healed and transformed, creating a ripple effect of positive change. One of the reasons why narcissists react so intensely to the chosen ones is because they reflect a truth that the narcissist tries to hide. The spiritual brightness of the chosen ones exposes the shadows and hidden intentions of those who live in the ego. This confrontation can be painful, but it is necessary for the true nature of both to be revealed. God uses this dynamic to bring awareness and even offer the narcissist a chance for redemption and change. The chosen ones are called to protect the vulnerable. God uses their painful experiences to empower them to intervene and protect those who have no voice. When a chosen one defeats a narcissist, they are not just winning for themselves. They are creating a safe space for others who have suffered at the hands of such people. This protection is a form of divine justice in action, ensuring that evil does not prevail. The fight against narcissism can be exhausting, but God uses every pain and every tear as part of the chosen one's testimony. These experiences are transformed into stories of victory and overcoming that inspire others. The chosen ones not only survive their battles, they emerge as spiritual warriors who carry a message of hope, showing that with faith, no negative force can prevail. God uses the chosen ones to remind the world that light always triumphs over darkness. Facing and defeating narcissists is just part of the divine plan to shape the chosen ones into spiritual leaders, agents of change, and healers of the world. Each battle won is a reminder that God is in control and uses all circumstances for the good of those who love Him. The chosen one, by fulfilling their purpose, not only defeats evil but also spreads a message of hope, healing, and transformation wherever they go. When a chosen one defeats a narcissist, this victory goes far beyond a personal triumph. It is like a candle that, when lit, not only dispels the darkness around it, but also gives courage for other candles to be lit. The light of a chosen one is contagious. It inspires those who are close to come out of the shadows of fear and manipulation. God uses this flame to transform not only the immediate environment, but to create a network of light that spreads to places where there was previously only darkness. The victory of a chosen one is like a seed that germinates in the midst of hard and seemingly infertile soil. God allows the struggle against the narcissist to be a catalyst for profound changes, both in the chosen one and those around them. The roots of truth begin to spread, breaking through the stones of lies and manipulation. This seed of courage and integrity bears fruit, and the impact becomes visible in other lives touched by the example of the chosen one's resilience. God uses the chosen ones like rays of sunshine that appear after long storms caused by narcissists. The environment around, previously dark and suffocating, begins to flourish again. People who were emotionally devastated find strength and hope by observing the impact of the chosen one's victory. This light is not just an external change. It is a spiritual transformation that warms the hearts of those who were once lost in darkness. The chosen ones are like lighthouses placed by God in the midst of stormy seas. When they defeat a narcissist, they become guides for other people who are lost amid waves of confusion and manipulation. Just as the lighthouse signals safety and direction for sailors, the example of the chosen one points to the path of truth, faith, and liberation. God uses this victory to show everyone that even amid storms, there is always a light that guides towards redemption. The chosen one's victory echoes like the sound of a bell on a mountain. This sound resonates and reaches people who were distant, alerting them and bringing clarity about their own spiritual battles. God uses these echoes to inspire changes in hearts that even the chosen one could not reach directly. The impact multiplies, and the personal victory becomes a source of collective transformation. Just as fire purifies gold, God allows the chosen ones to go through the furnace of battles with narcissists. This victory not only eliminates the impurities of toxic relationships, but also illuminates and warms those around them. The purity of this transformation is so evident that other people begin to question their own circumstances, also seeking truth and liberation. The presence of the chosen one, after the victory over a narcissist, is like rain finally falling on dry land. Those who were emotionally dehydrated by control and manipulation find renewal and strength to start anew. God uses the chosen one to nurture these people, showing that there is hope and that restoration is possible for all who trust in Him. God transforms the chosen ones into bridges that connect people trapped in toxic cycles to a new reality of freedom and peace. By defeating a narcissist, the chosen one proves that it is possible to cross the abyss of emotional and spiritual pain. This victory serves as a safe path for others who also wish to escape the darkness and find a new purpose in their lives. The victory of a chosen one is like the growth of a great tree in the midst of a desert. Its roots are firm, its shade offers comfort, and its fruits nourish those who are hungry for truth and justice. God uses this tree to shelter and feed others, showing that even in hostile environments, it is possible to grow and prosper when aligned with the divine purpose. The impact of a chosen one's victory is like a melody that, when played, moves and transforms those who hear it. God uses this spiritual music to reach the hardest hearts and open the eyes of those who were blind to manipulation. This melody inspires others to find their own strength and stand up against any form of oppression. The harmony generated by the chosen one's victory not only comforts, but also awakens dormant courage in those around them. The chosen ones are placed in challenging situations because God wants them to learn deep lessons that could not be acquired otherwise. By facing a narcissist, the chosen one is led to understand the true essence of balancing justice and compassion. This struggle is not just to expose the narcissist, but to reveal to the chosen one their own inner power and the strength that comes from connection with something greater. What seems to be an external battle is, in fact, a journey of self-discovery, growth, and alignment with divine principles of truth and freedom. One of God's greatest teachings is that truth always triumphs over lies. Narcissism, with its layers of manipulation and deceit, is like a web that tries to trap anyone who comes close. However, God equips the chosen ones with a light so powerful that it not only illuminates the lies, but also dispels the darkness. This light of truth is not just for the benefit of the chosen one, but for all those around them, showing that even the darkest situations can be transformed. The journey against a narcissist teaches the chosen one the importance of discernment, one of the most precious gifts that God can bestow. Recognizing manipulative patterns, understanding hidden intentions, and acting wisely are skills that become increasingly refined during these battles. God uses these experiences to shape the chosen one into someone capable of seeing beyond appearances and acting according to high principles, even in the face of great trials. God teaches the chosen ones that, even in difficult situations, empathy has an essential role. A narcissist often acts from a place of pain and inner emptiness, something only the divine light can fill. The chosen one, by understanding this dynamic, learns to balance compassion and firmness, showing that it is possible to win without losing humanity. This lesson reinforces the role of the chosen one as a channel of healing and transformation, even amid chaos. Dealing with a narcissist is a test of faith that challenges the chosen one to fully trust in the divine plans. God allows these experiences so that the chosen one discovers that their strength does not come from themselves, but from their connection with the sacred. Each victory, no matter how small, reinforces the certainty that there is a greater purpose in everything and that, with faith, no barrier is insurmountable. This inner strengthening transforms the chosen one into a living example of resilience and perseverance. By defeating a narcissist, the chosen one not only overcomes a personal challenge, but also becomes an agent of restoration in relationships affected by this dynamic. God teaches that love and truth can heal deep wounds and break toxic cycles. The presence of the chosen one brings clarity and peace to those who were previously trapped in emotional and spiritual confusion, showing that healing is possible for all who open themselves to it. One of the deepest lessons that God teaches the chosen one during these battles is the balance between justice and mercy. Facing a narcissist requires firm decisions, but also the ability to forgive and leave the final judgment to greater forces. This combination of firmness and compassion is an expression of divine love in action, showing that true victory is not just about defeating the other, but elevating everyone involved to a higher level of understanding. Each battle faced against the narcissist profoundly transforms the chosen one. God uses these experiences to purify and refine their soul, like gold passing through fire. The pain and challenges are instruments of learning, and the chosen one emerges stronger, wiser, and more connected to their divine purpose. This internal transformation is not just a personal benefit, but a powerful testimony to all who witness their journey. By defeating a narcissist, the chosen one is redirected to their original purpose, often obscured by the distractions and challenges of the world. God uses these experiences to remind the chosen one of their greater mission, to be a channel of light, truth, and love. This reconnection not only brings clarity and peace, but also inspires the chosen one to live with more intention and purpose, knowing that every step is guided by something greater. God teaches that victory over a narcissist is a call to lead and guide others who are still trapped in their own battles. The chosen one becomes a living example that it is possible to win, that there is hope even in the most difficult situations. This leadership is not based on strength or power, but on humility, compassion, and a deep connection with divine teachings. It is through this example that the chosen one fulfills their role of illuminating the world and bringing transformation to those around them. Now, we have arrived at the grand moment. Everything we have talked about so far culminates in this powerful revelation. Why you, as a chosen one, were placed face to face with a narcissist. This was not by chance, and certainly not a punishment. On the contrary, it was a divine call to fulfill a greater purpose. God allowed this confrontation because He knew that through it, you would be strengthened, reveal your light, and dismantle the traps of manipulation and darkness. This experience not only transformed your life, but also impacted the spiritual world in ways you might not even imagine. Get ready, because what I am going to tell you now will open your eyes to the true meaning of your role in this battle. The chosen ones were placed face to face with narcissists because it was part of a greater plan. God allowed this encounter as a form of purification and growth. The narcissist, with their mask of power and control, emerges as a reflection of everything that needs to be overcome: fear, emotional dependency, and self-doubt. It is like a mirror that reveals the hidden weaknesses of the chosen one, bringing forth the need for spiritual and emotional maturation. This confrontation is not a punishment, but an opportunity to reach higher levels of enlightenment and inner strength. The confrontation between a chosen one and a narcissist is much more than it seems at first glance. While the narcissist is guided by ego, manipulation, and the need for control, the chosen one is called to be guided by light, compassion, and truth. This encounter is a clash between darkness and light, where the purpose is not destruction but revelation. God allows the darkness to try to surround the chosen ones so they can show in action that light always wins. This victory does not come by physical force or revenge, but by the ability to overcome, to love, and to remain faithful to the divine purpose. God places the chosen ones before narcissists to teach them essential lessons that shape their spiritual journey. The first great lesson is self-love. Narcissists tend to emotionally destabilize those around them, but by facing this, the chosen ones learn to value themselves and recognize their strength. Another important lesson is patience and forgiveness. Not to justify the narcissist's actions, but to release the chosen one from the burden of hatred and resentment. These teachings are crucial for fulfilling the greater purpose because they strengthen the spirit and prepare the chosen one to lead others on the path of light. Each confrontation with a narcissist is an opportunity for growth. God uses these situations to strengthen the faith and resilience of the chosen one. When you face someone who tries to destroy your confidence, manipulate your thoughts, or control your life, you are forced to seek strengths you didn't know you had. It is at this moment that the chosen one discovers the power of their connection with God, realizing that nothing, not even the most cunning strategies of the narcissist, can extinguish their inner light. This growth is what transforms pain into purpose. The greatest purpose behind this encounter is to demonstrate that light always wins over darkness. While the narcissist acts motivated by ego, the chosen one is guided by faith and divine grace. The triumph of the chosen one is not over the narcissist per se, but over the systems of manipulation, control, and darkness they represent. By overcoming the emotional and spiritual impact of this confrontation, the chosen one proves that it is possible to win without stooping to the same tactics. The victory is achieved with integrity, a pure heart, and the strength of God. Overcoming the impact that a narcissist causes is, in itself, the greatest victory a chosen one can achieve. It is not about revenge or exposing the narcissist, but about breaking the emotional ties that bind the chosen one to pain, hurt, and resentment. This liberation is a testimony to God's power in their life. It is when you can look back, acknowledge what you have lived through, but not let it define who you are. It is a liberation that opens the doors to true peace and spiritual fulfillment. The chosen ones who face narcissists are being prepared for something greater. The scars from this battle become their badges of honor, as they are proof that, even amid pain, they were able to grow and remain faithful to the divine purpose. This experience enables them to help others who go through similar situations, turning the learning into a beacon of hope. God uses their story as a testimony that no darkness is strong enough to extinguish the light of a chosen one. One of the greatest challenges that the chosen one faces when dealing with a narcissist is forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean accepting or justifying what was done, but releasing oneself from the emotional burden that hurt brings. It is an act of personal liberation that allows the chosen one to move forward without carrying the weight of the other's actions. This forgiveness is an act of faith and obedience to God, who always instructs his children to surrender their pains to him, trusting that divine justice will be done at the right time. One of the greatest blessings that arises from this confrontation is the recognition of one's own worth. The narcissist tries in every way to diminish the shine of the chosen one, but by resisting this, the chosen one discovers that their strength does not come from external opinions, but from their identity as a child of God. This awakening is transformative, as it allows the chosen one to walk with more confidence and purpose, knowing that their light is non-negotiable and that no one can extinguish it. The encounter with a narcissist is just a part of the chosen one's journey. By overcoming it, the chosen one emerges stronger, wiser, and more connected with their purpose. They understand that they were placed in this position not just to conquer themselves, but to be an instrument of God in the world. Their story becomes a living testimony that the light of God in the chosen ones is capable of transforming even the greatest challenges into spiritual and emotional victories. It is a reminder that as long as there is faith, light will always prevail over darkness. By overcoming narcissism, you not only protect your soul from deep manipulations and wounds, but also become a beacon of light, a living proof of God's power in the lives of the chosen ones. Each battle faced, each tear shed, and each overcoming demonstrates that good, strengthened by faith, is invincible. Your life becomes a powerful message, showing others that no matter how dark the circumstances, there is always a way out when we connect with the divine light. You are now undeniable evidence that divine justice never fails, and that those who trust in God will always have victory. God used you as a tool to dismantle the lies, control, and darkness that the narcissist tried to bring into your life. Your journey was not just about resisting, but about transforming. By rising above the traps and discouraging words, you demonstrated that God's power in a chosen one is greater than any oppressive force. Your overcoming is not just personal, it impacts everyone around you. You now carry an empowering energy that inspires others to break free from their own emotional and spiritual prisons. God made you a living example that, with Him, all things are possible. God not only allowed you to face narcissism, but also empowered you to overcome it in a way that no one else could. As you emerge from this battle, you carry not just scars, but a renewed spiritual power. Every emotional and spiritual victory you achieved proves that your strength comes from something much greater than yourself. This empowerment is what distinguishes the chosen ones, showing that their connection with the divine is what ensures their protection, peace, and triumph. This is the essence of being a chosen one, being the personification of divine light in the world. This victory was not achieved just by your strength, but by your faith. Throughout the process, you chose to trust in God, surrender your battles to Him, and allow His justice to act at the right time. By doing this, you learned to let go of the need for revenge, anger, and pain, freeing your soul and making room for healing and transformation. This unwavering faith is what sustained you in the most difficult moments, and it is also what will continue to guide you moving forward. You are living proof that those who trust in God will never be defeated. Now, with victory in hand, you are ready to fulfill an even greater purpose. God not only freed you from the impact of narcissism, but also empowered you to lead and inspire others. Your story is a powerful testimony that God's light in the chosen ones can overcome any darkness. By sharing your experiences, you become a source of hope for those still facing their own battles. You are now a symbol of resilience, faith, and victory, a living proof that, with God, we not only survive the storms of life but come out of them stronger, more enlightened, and more ready to transform the world. Share in the comments your experience with narcissists and how you overcame it with God's help. Your story can be the light someone needs to find strength and inspiration amid their own battles. Together, we can create a support network and show that, with faith, good always triumphs. Thank you for following along with me so far. If this content resonated with your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also identify with it. Now that you've discovered how God used you to defeat a narcissist, don't stop here. The next video reveals 9 powerful signs that show you were born to heal, something only the most extraordinary chosen ones possess. Click now and find out if this calling is yours. Don't miss out on this essential revelation.